Wisconsin's public school systems could take another financial hit when it comes to vouchers.
Governor Walker wants to increase the number of students allowed into that voucher program. News 8's Brittany Schmidt joins us now to explain. Brittany.
Mike and Lisa, the voucher system in Wisconsin continues to grow in popularity, up 4% from last year. But the state only allows a certain number of students to participate, 1,000 students every year across the state. Governor Walker wants to get rid of that cap. As you would expect, public schools are concerned, while private schools are open to the idea. This year, more than 3,500 students applied to the state's voucher program, a taxpayer-funded program that gives students the choice to attend private schools with taxpayer dollars.
We're simply accepting any of those students that go through the application process through the Department of Public Instruction.
Right now, only 1,000 students are accepted into the program every year. So this year, the Wisconsin Department of Instruction would be denying about 2,500 students a voucher. But a new push by some Wisconsin Republican legislators could lift the cap and make vouchers unlimited to students who meet the requirements. However, the president of Aquinas Catholic Schools in La Crosse says unlimited doesn't necessarily mean a free-for-all.
Although if the cap would be lifted, we still have to submit information to the Department of Instruction to limit what we could essentially be able to handle with the resources that we have. We have a class size recommendation for each grade that is, set by educators and parents alike, and we try not to exceed that. And in addition to that, we have only so much space.
But if Aquinas has room to fill, they would be able to take more voucher students. The superintendent for the La Crosse School District sees the proposed change in a different light.
When this was first rolled out, it was intended, we want to provide opportunities for children who are in public schools to be able to go to a private school. And so I think that at the end of the day, what was really intended is completely different than what the impact is.
According to the DPI, about 86% of the students across the state who want a voucher are already in a private school. Only 14% of those eligible are from public schools. So are they given a choice?
They're really not. And what's really happening in a lot of cases is that those entities that are accepting private vouchers are then checking the income levels of parents and families and saying, hey, you would qualify, fill out the voucher so that we can get the dollars associated with you.
Nelson believes choice is important, but he hopes it doesn't continue to take away from the public education system.
Ultimately, what we have constituted in the past as a public education is changing, and I think the ultimate change is that public education dollars, taxpayer dollars, can now be used for private and in many cases religious-based educations, and it's just something really different.
Although legislators may choose to lift the cap on the voucher program, that does not mean anyone can apply. The only students who are eligible for the program are students whose families earn up to 185% of the federal poverty level.
Thanks a lot, Brittany. If the student cap is lifted from the voucher program, the Legislative Fiscal Bureau estimates the public schools would take a $48 million hit over the next 2 years. The school districts won't know the specifics about the voucher program until Governor Walker's budget is signed, which is expected to be July 1st.